Ever feel like you're wrestling with a search engine and, losing? Well, you're not alone. We're about to crack the code on mastering the art of the search. And the secret is learning to think exactly like the tools you're using. Let's dive in.
So what do these things have in common? An ear of corn, a painful corn on your foot, and a big bucket of popcorn. Well, it's just one word, corn. And if that's all you search for, you're going to get a random mix of all of them. It's a perfect example of just how weird and unpredictable web searching can be.
And that randomness, that's the whole problem, right? Look, for quick, everyday questions, a regular search engine is awesome. But when you're doing serious work, you're writing a scholarly article, an investigative report, you just can't deal with that kind of noise. You have to filter out the junk. And to do that, you need a totally different strategy.
To solve that junk problem, professional researchers have two main goals in mind when they build a search. Let's break down what they are. First up is something called recall. The easiest way to think about this is you're casting a really wide net. The whole point is to be comprehensive, to find absolutely everything there is to find on your subject. You can't afford to miss that one critical article that could change your whole project. And the second goal is precision. So if recall is casting the wide net, precision is tightening it. Precision means you're getting only the sources that are actually relevant. This is how you filter out all that off-topic noise so you don't waste hours sifting through stuff you can't use.
So let's put it really simply. Recall is all about finding everything. Precision is about finding only the right things. Now, here's the tricky part. These two things are usually fighting each other. If your search is way too broad, you get great recall, but your precision is just terrible. This is what it's all about. This is the key to a truly powerful search. Finding that sweet spot where you get both high recall and high precision. That's our goal, getting a list of results that is both complete and perfectly on topic.
So how in the world do we get there? Well, it all starts with understanding one fundamental and kind of surprising secret about how these professional search tools actually think. And I promise, this one idea will totally change how you do research.
This brings us to a question that drives so many people crazy. Why are library databases so different from Google? You type in a perfectly normal, everyday question, and what you get back is nothing. Or at least nothing useful. It feels like you're speaking a completely different language, doesn't it?
And here's the answer. This is the big aha moment. Those fancy search tools, they don't understand your question. They aren't like Google trying to guess what you mean. Nope, they do one thing, and one thing only. They match. They are just literal-minded machines looking for the exact string of characters you typed.
Okay, so what does this mean for you practically? It means you have to stop asking it natural questions. You have to be super explicit. You have to be literal. It's your job to tell the search tool the exact combination of words and phrases you want it to find. The good news is there's a simple, repeatable process for this. It's a 3-step method that will let you build a powerful, super precise search query every single time. And to make this really concrete, let's walk through an example together. Let's say our research topic is the legal status of women in ancient Rome. So here's the entire method in a nutshell. Step 1, break your topic down into its main ideas or concepts. Step 2, for each one of those concepts, brainstorm some synonyms. And step 3, connect all those words together using special search commands called Boolean operators. All right, let's do step 1. We're going to identify the core concepts. For our topic, they are legal status, women in ancient Rome. See what we did? We just turned a complicated sentence into 3 simple core building blocks. Now for step 2, brainstorming synonyms. How else might an author talk about these ideas? Well, for legal status, they might just say law. For women, maybe they'd use the word female. Now, for ancient Rome, you might not come up with any obvious alternatives. And guess what? That is totally okay. You don't have to find a synonym for every single concept. And now, the final step, connecting our words with those Boolean operators. First, we use the word or to group our synonyms together. We're basically telling the database, hey, find me articles that have either the phrase legal status or the word law. This makes our search for that one concept a little broader. Then we use the word and to link our different concepts together. This makes our search narrower, telling the database that the results must have a word from group 1 and a word from group 2 and a word from group 3. Okay. We've got our concepts, we've got our synonyms, and we know which operators to use. Now it's time for the big payoff. Let's build our final, superpowered search string.
And there it is. Take a look. See how the parentheses group the synonyms together with or, and then the and operator connects each of those separate ideas. This isn't a question anymore. This is a precise command we built to tell that search tool exactly what we wanted to find.
Look, I get it. There's a little bit of a learning curve here. It's not as simple as just typing a question into Google, but once you get the hang of thinking this way, the power you unlock is just absolutely worth the effort.
And here's why it is so worth it. This method lets you get to all that high-quality, scholarly content that you might have missed otherwise. It helps you find that perfect balance of precision and recall, and really, at the end of the day, you're going to save a ton of time and get way better, more reliable results.
So, it's time to stop fighting with search engines and start speaking their language. You now have the key to unlock huge databases of information with real precision and confidence. So the only question left is, what will you unlock?